What's up, beautiful people? Today we are going to do a fun quiz, and we're going to talk about how to increase your financial thermometer. But I'd like to take a moment because I feel like I've gotten some new followers and I've gotten some people follow me, but I just need to make it clear that I am not an influencer. I have no interest in really growing my following if it's going to be people that ask questions that you can Google. I'm not a therapist, so I don't vent in my comments. Don't try to vent in my DMs. I'm not your therapist. I work with high performers. So questions that you can Google, attempting to get coaching and comments, feedback, all that stuff. I don't do that. That's not my vibe. Hypnotherapist for high performers. So this space is for people that are trying to quickly scale to six figures, trying to build legacies, trying to help their community, expand their consciousness, make it do what it do. That's what this space is about. If you want a therapist, there's plenty of therapists on Instagram that you can tap into. If you want a spiritual MLM coach, there's plenty of those, but this space is for high performers. So don't ask me questions that you can Google, because I'm gonna have an attitude with you. I will get an attitude. Don't try to attempt to get coaching or stuff like that. It's that's not my thing. It's not something I'm interested in. Never wanted it. But if you want to scale to six figures, if you want to scale to seven figures, this is the place to be. I really don't sugarcoat things. I try to keep it simple. I constantly create free content that you can tap into to help you get from where you are to where you want to be. So, no, I don't do live hypnotherapy sessions on here. If you want a session, then you can book one. But today's live is how to increase your financial thermometer. All right. That's what we're working on today. We're going to take a quiz. So you're going to take the quiz and you're going to see your financial thermometer level if you're experiencing financial trauma, if you just have money blocks, if you're doing okay and you're making it through and you're about to hit multiple six figures, you're about to hit your seven figures. Yeah, that's what you're going to do. That's what we're going to cover. All right, so let's talk about how we're going to do this. So when you talk about financial thermometer, it's basically your mental money minimum, right? And so there's this certain amount of money that you are used to having in your life. There's a certain amount of money that you're used to having in your bank account, in your wallet, just around you in your life. There's a certain amount of debt you're used to carrying, right? So in order to increase that, in order to start seeing more money in your life, you're going to have to release money blocks. And a lot of people are like, oh yeah, let me just try to attract more money in my life. But you've probably been working on attracting more money in life, but it doesn't seem like it because you haven't really addressed the things that are that are reducing the amount of money in your life. Because you could be continuously trying to attract more, but the things that are reducing the amount of money that you have access to are still in place as well. So it's always going to maintain the same level. So you could be working super hard, killing yourself, trying to attract more money, trying to do these methods, and the blocks that you have are keeping you at this mental money minimum. And so you have blocks at the identity level, you have blocks at the belief level, blocks in terms of what motivates you and drives you to make money, blocks that determine whether you have terrible spending habits or money habits, and then also blocks that prevent you from seeing money-making opportunities and attracting clients that aren't aligned. So it's these blocks are at different levels. And so when we take this quiz, you'll be able to kind of see where your blocks lie. Okay? So this financial thermometer quiz, I have a stuffy nose, so I don't really have a lot of patience in terms of like so questions. So don't mind me. I'm from Jersey, so I'm just like very blunt. I will never like bypass you, and I won't try to like tell you something is simple when it really isn't. Because if you've been struggling to have these money blocks or trying to attract this money, it may not be as simple for you. So I'm going to present what it could possibly be, but I'm going to present these options so you can figure it out, and then I'll present other options if you want to take it to the next level. All right. All right, so then these questions that you're going to answer, this is the score card, okay? So I'm going to give you guys a few moments, and you could also watch this replay. I'm going to make it available on IGTV and YouTube. So if you want to take the quiz later, if you have to go, this is going to be really, really enlightening for you. It was very enlightening for me in terms of, because I'm shifting into 8 figures now. So I've been doing a lot of this work. So everything that I'm teaching you as I'm shifting to 8 figures is what you can apply to 6 figures, to 7 figures. It's all connected. Each level, you have to do some work and take a look at yourself and what you allow in your orbit in order to align with the income level that you want, right? So for this quiz, your 4 is going to be strongly disagree. 3 points for disagree. 2 points for agree. And 1 point for strongly agree. Okay? All right, so first set of questions. 1, I don't deserve money. 4 points if you strongly disagree. 3 points if you disagree. 2 points if you agree. And 1 point if you strongly agree. Second question, money is the root of all evil. 4 points if you strongly disagree with this statement. 3 points if you just disagree. 2 points if you agree. And 1 point if you strongly agree. Question 3. Wealthy people are corrupt. 4 if you strongly disagree. 3 if you disagree. 2 if you agree. And 1 if you strongly agree. Four, having a lot of money makes me a bad person. 1 if you strongly disagree. 4 if you strongly disagree. 3 if you disagree. 2 if you agree. And 1 if you strongly agree. Question 5. I just want to help people. I don't care about money. 4 if you strongly disagree. 3 if you disagree. 2 if you agree. And 1 if you strongly agree. All right. And then on the replay, you could come back and take a look at these statements, because those are the beliefs that you're going to have to work on. All right, next set of questions. 1, people won't like me if I have a lot of money. 4 points if you strongly disagree. 3 points if you disagree. 2 points if you agree. And 1 point if you strongly agree. Question 2. Money can't buy me happiness. 4 points if you strongly disagree. 3 points if you disagree. 2 points if you agree. And 1 point if you strongly agree. Number 3. I can never have enough money. 4 points if you strongly disagree. 3 points if you disagree. 2 points if you agree. And 1 point if you strongly disagree. And number 5. Or was I at number 4? Number 5. Okay. The more money I have, the happier I will be. 4 if you strongly disagree. 3 if you disagree. 2 if you agree. And 1 if you strongly agree. All right, next set of questions. You'll tally up your scores at the end, and I'll let you know what they mean. So, next set of questions. I can never be happy if I am poor. 4 if you strongly disagree. 3 points if you disagree. 2 points if you agree, and 1 point if you strongly agree. 2, if I had more money, things would be better. 4 if you strongly disagree. 3 if you disagree. 2 if you agree. And 1 if you strongly agree. 3, I'm only as successful as the amount of money I make. 4 points if you strongly disagree. 3 points if you disagree. 2 points if you agree. And 1 if you strongly agree. Number 4, others will like me if I have more money and nice things. This was something that I had to get over, actually. That was a big one. 4 if you strongly disagree. 3 if you disagree. 2 if you agree. And 1 if you strongly agree. Number 5, I can't trust anyone with my money. 1 if you strongly, 4 if you strongly disagree. 3 if you disagree. 2 if you agree. And 1 if you strongly agree. All right, last set of questions. And then we'll do the tally and you'll see your score. 1, people only want me for my money. 4 strongly disagree. 3 disagree. 2 agree. 1 strongly agree. 2, making money is hard. I have to work hard for my money. 4 strongly disagree. 3 disagree. 2 agree. 1 strongly agree. 3, I shouldn't spend money on myself or others. 4 strongly disagree. 3 disagree. 2 agree. 1 strongly agree. 4, giving to the poor encourages laziness. 4 strongly disagree. 3 disagree. 2 agree. 1 strongly agree. And 5, if you have nothing, then you have nothing to lose. 4 strongly disagree. 3 disagree. 2 agree. And 1 strongly disagree. All right, so you have your numbers. So just add them all up. And your score. So if you added up your numbers and you have 70 to 80 points, then you have a high financial thermometer score. You're doing pretty good. You're killing it. You've been doing the inner work. 60 to 70, you're about average. 50 to 60 is lower than average. You have some work to do. And if it's less than 50 points, you definitely have some financial trauma and deeper money blocks that you're going to have to work through in order to start to see the revenue that you want within your business. If you're wondering why you're not making any money, it's definitely, you have to take this time to do this financial healing and releasing of these money blocks. It's definitely not just your sales funnel. It's not because you're not having Instagram followers. It's definitely internal that you have to work on and release if you want to start seeing more money within your business. So now, how'd you get started with this work? Right? How do you get started with this work? So the first step we talked about, I showed you this this slide in the beginning in releasing your money blocks, right? So you start to step into the identity of the six-figure version of yourself, and then you have to start the belief shifting and the belief work. So you have to start, you have this awareness now. So you know that you have these money blocks. So take a look at the questions that you answered, and those are the beliefs that you're going to have to start working on. So we did about 20 beliefs, right? And so those are the ones that you strongly agree with. Those are the ones that you need to start to release. So awareness is the first step. So you just being here and taking this quiz is the first step in releasing. So now you're aware, right? And then the second step is to tear down these old beliefs and choose new ones to replace them, and then implement actions that reinforce your new beliefs to really help them sink in. So simple, right? But it's difficult because a lot of these beliefs that we covered, the reason why I didn't put yes or no, I put strongly agree, somewhat disagree, strongly disagree, right? Because they're true. These beliefs are true to a certain extent. They're sometimes true. So because they have some truth to it, it can be very hard to release these type of beliefs, because some wealthy people, a lot of wealthy people are corrupt, right? That have money. Sometimes people do just want to be friends with you or like you because you have money. So having these beliefs and having some truth behind them is what is going to make it difficult for you, what makes it difficult for a lot of people to release them, especially when they're reinforced in media. So you're working on this belief that wealthy people aren't corrupt, right? You're like, no, wealthy people aren't corrupt. But then you see the number of people that are billionaires and the millionaires that are taxed less than other people that have less than them, right? So it's very hard to release that belief. That's where the work comes in. Really just stacking up evidence that shows that this belief isn't as true, and then to replace it with the new empowering one. So just because there are wealthy people that are corrupt doesn't mean that I'm going to be corrupt once I'm wealthy. So that's a belief that you can get behind, right? You can get behind. Just because there are wealthy people that are corrupt, that doesn't mean that you're going to be corrupt when you're wealthy. So you focus on create a belief that I'm going to do more good with more money I have and more money I receive, the more good I can do. You stop trying to associate yourself with those wealthy, corrupt people and start to make it about you and what you're going to do with the money that you attract, right? So that's an example of looking at the belief and looking at evidence and choosing a new belief to replace it with, because it's not so cut and dry when it comes to money. It's not. When you look at the beliefs, there's some truth to them. So that's why they're so hard for you to release. So once you do start attracting money and you want to say, and you want to prove to yourself that the more money you have, the more good that you do. Every time that you receive more money, do some good with it, no matter how much it is. Like if you receive $100, you can give someone in need $5 or $10 for lunch, right? So you can consistently prove to yourself that the more money you have, the more good that you're going to do. So that's an example of how you get rid of an old negative belief, replace it with an empowering one, and take actions to reinforce your new belief so that this sinks in. And so you're going to go back through this quiz, and you're going to do it for all those beliefs that you strongly agreed with. Because those are where your money blocks lie. Those are the beliefs that are keeping you at a lower financial level. Your mental money minimum is low because of these beliefs. So once you start working on these beliefs, you're going to see a huge increase in the amount of money, not only that you attract, but you keep. And so that is how you increase your financial thermometer. And so easier said than done, right? So that's why I created the self-hypnosis system, Sleep Your Way to 100K. So there are 5 layers of hypnosis audios in it. So it addresses those layers that I showed you in the beginning of where your money blocks lie. That's the basis and the foundation of Sleep Your Way to 100K. So you're able to release those money blocks using self-hypnosis. So it's much easier. So you don't have to do all of this constant talking to yourself. No, just because wealthy people are this doesn't, you don't have to do all that. You can simply listen to the hypnosis audios to release these blocks if you want a more effective solution and something that's foolproof to ensure that you're able to release these blocks so you increase your financial thermometer and start making more money within your business. And then if you want guided help, you can join the group hypnosis is flip the switch to 10K weeks. So you have the self-hypnosis, which is Sleep Your Way to 100K. If you're someone that is really trying to hit 6 figures this year, Sleep Your Way to 100K is the self-hypnosis system for you. If you're someone that wants to immediately start making 10K weeks, so you want to hit 500K, $750,000 this year, flip the switch to 10K weeks is the program for you. So those are the 3 ways that you can start to increase your financial thermometer and start to make more money in your business. So you could do it yourself, you could do it with self-hypnosis, or you can join me in the next group hypnosis. So I said I was going to give you options, so it's never bait and switch with me. You can do this work yourself. You just have to really be consistent, and you have to focus and really talk to yourself every day. It's all about consistency. It's not about you taking 1 week and doing it every single day for 8 hours and then never doing it again. It's you need to be consistent with this work, because this information was fed to you consistently for the past 20 plus years, for the past 30 plus years. So you have to think about the amount of work that you're going to do to release it, right? And then, of course, like I said, some of these beliefs have some truth to it. So it's very hard to release something where there's some truth to it. So that's how you do this work, and that's how you get started, and that's how you start to see the shifts with those manifestation methods. If you've been trying to do 2-cup methods, saving sounds on TikTok, doing all these things, and they're not working, or they'll work for a little bit, that is why. This is the reason why. It starts with you. So when you get your belief system in line, any manifestation method that you do for more money, you're going to attract it easily, and then you'll actually be able to keep it. So that is today's live session. If you're just joining, you can catch the replay. I'm going to make it available right now on IGTV, and it'll also be available for easier viewing on YouTube. So thanks for joining me today. All right, everyone. Bye. Let me know what your score is. I'm curious. Bye.